Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
in like, we talked again in the beginning, right? It's all about speed. It's all about performance. And a lot of people are doing this to now move to like progressive web applications or single page apps for mobile performance. What's the new testing? What are the new metrics? Like, what are the things that you're seeing out there that businesses are starting to care about? Right? It was all about conversion and load times before, but what's like the new stuff?
Yeah, I mean, those things are still important, but I think
Hmm.
you're right. I think it's becoming more and more critical. Speed is king. If there's a slowdown, customers will click away, and I think
Hmm.
that's more visible. So I think these numbers are getting more traction, up the tree as well in these organizations. Um, from our perspective, we always tackle things customer first. So you got to measure from the customer's point of view,
Okay.
customer journey, make
Yeah.
sure it's end to end. The technology in the background is obviously important, but the way you measure customer experience has to be from the customer's eyes, to give you a true feeling of what it's like for the customer. What does it feel like for the customer to go through that journey and interact with the site? Um, but there are a lot of new metrics. So you mentioned, load times. Page load is still widely used, but there's obviously the new things like time to first paint,
Hmm.
browser specific metrics like time to DOM, and with the dawn of PWAs and single page applications, those kind of things are uh, are becoming more critical. Um, in terms of how you're measuring how the page looks to the customer. When is it interactive? It's
Yeah.
another key one. Time to
And do you find
interactivity.
like business leaders are now asking you what their time to first byte or time to first DOM is?
Yeah, I think it's. Um, I think some businesses still struggle to find the number.
Yeah.
Like there's so many metrics, and I think they're still wrestling with that because there's so much data around it.
Hmm.
And that's where we try and help, right? Try to steer them towards, okay, find the number, but find it from the customer's perspective. What does it look like for the full journey? Because these metrics are great, but they're very page focused, and I guess in some respects they have to be because it's single page web apps.
Yeah.
But it's still a journey from the customer's perspective. It's still a journey.
Got it.
There's
Got
there's
it.
still